Hey everybody, welcome to Qué Golazo. We have a great one-on-one interview right now with Jamie Vardy, Leicester City's Jamie Vardy. We talk about this season, his campaign, his goal celebrations, that historic 2015-2016 title-winning season, of course. And we talk about hopefully making it to the Champions League once again next year, working on the Brendan Rodgers, and so much more. Jamie Vardy's story is pretty incredible. Can't wait to hear from him. Qué Golazo begins right now. Hey everybody, welcome to the Qué Golazo and CBS Sports HQ show. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome one of the best strikers and most recognizable names in the Premier League, a league title winner, part of Leicester City's historic campaign in 2015-2016, Golden Boot winner, FWA Footballer of the Year, and many, many more accolades. And what I told you, all of these achievements, what if I told you that they only cost Leicester City £1 million? He's worth ridiculously more than that, a diamond in the rough type of situation. Ladies and gents, a great pleasure to welcome Jamie Vardy. Jamie, welcome to CBS Sports, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No, thanks so much. Jamie and Leicester City, aside from their great season so far, are getting ready to just qualify once again for the Champions League, but also a semi-final date in the FA Cup against Southampton this Sunday. Jamie, first off, how are you? How are you feeling as you look ahead to the game this weekend?
No, I'm feeling really well. We've, like you say, got a big game coming up at the weekend, semi-final. Making sure that we're preparing right, and fingers crossed we'll come out victorious.
It's been a very busy season for Leicester, playing in Europe, the Premier League run, of course, FA Cup semi-final. How difficult is it, Jamie, just to stay focused, energized, ready for all these fixtures, especially in a season dealing with the pandemic?
I think game-wise, when you're playing them on a regular basis like that, so close together, personally, I prefer it. You've not got as much time in between the games to think about what happened, or if you've come off a loss, you've not got a full week to be thinking about that loss. You've got a game coming up within a couple of days to rectify things or to keep the momentum going.
You're in a great spot in the table, as I mentioned, a Champions League spot. Obviously, the season is not done, but how special do you think it would be to qualify for the Champions League once again?
Yeah, it would be really special for the club, and it'd also show that we're progressing how we wanted to. We want to keep making sure season on season that we progress that, and I think making sure that European football's back at the King Power again is definitely progression. It shows that we're up there fighting for it again. So it would be really special. But like I said, there's still a long way to go till the end of the season, a lot of points to play for. So it'll be game by game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the last time you were there, of course, was thanks to the historic Premier League title win in 2016. I know this is something that you get asked a million times, but what did it feel like to be going through that season and then ultimately win it? What was it like in the club, around the city? What did it feel like?
It was quite strange. Like, even though we were up there fighting for it, and then got to top of the table and carried on staying, there was really no pressure on us at all, because we weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah,
we were supposed to be the team that everyone said at the start of the season was going to get relegated. We'd be in a relegation battle, so we were just taking each game as it come, getting the win, move on to the next one. And like I said, with no pressure on you, and when you're enjoying your football, special things can happen. So turned out that way, won the league, and I think the pictures from the bus tour said it all, especially for the city.
No, absolutely. But you really felt no pressure, even towards the end, where like, come on, guys, we're so close. You really just thought it's just day in, day out, just take it match at a time?
Yeah, it was exactly that. Like I said, we weren't on paper and everything like that. We weren't supposed to be up there. So wherever we finished that season, when we started climbing up the table, would have been a bonus compared to the previous season. So we just kept going, like I said, game by game, kept getting the win, move on to the next, making sure we were enjoying while we were doing it. And it turned out that we had enough come the end of the season.
No, absolutely. A tremendous achievement. I take it you don't have to buy anything ever anymore in Leicester.
Well, we're not allowed out at the minute, are we, because of the pandemic? So I've not really ventured out to Leicester that much.
Right, exactly. Listen, let me ask you something. Obviously, this is like you mentioned, it's been a weird season, but still playing against a elite opposition. CBS over here, we have the rights to the Champions League, so very interested to see a team like Leicester, hopefully return. But when you face against teams, two Premier League teams now in the semifinals of the Champions League, Manchester City, Chelsea. What can you tell me about them in terms of when you face them? How good are they? How tough are they to fight against now that they're in the semifinals?
No, they're an unbelievable team. We've got obviously world-class players on both teams and play probably different styles of football, different formations. So, I mean, when we come up against them, we know that there might be certain things that we have to tweak in our game and as preparations to try and counteract that. But it's like any game in the Premier League. There's no easy games at all. It doesn't matter if you're playing first in the league or bottom. So you know that you've always got to be bringing your A game, playing at 100%, and hopefully making sure you can get something out of them games.
Jamie, I'm a big fan of Brendan Rodgers. I think he does tremendous work, not just with Leicester, but everything he's done in his career. What's it like to work under him?
No, he's been absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's came in with a plan and a philosophy that he wanted, and everyone straight away bought into it. He's made little tweaks along the way with certain individuals, including myself. My management skills are 10 to none. They're absolutely brilliant. So they're the things you want. Even though I'm 34 now, but there's still things that I can learn, and the gaffer's helping me with stuff like that. And by doing that, even if it changes you and makes you better by 1%, if he does that with the whole squad, then that's a really big shift.
Well, something that he can't teach you are your memorable goal celebrations. I need to know, and actually our co-host, our pundit Poppy Miller, really wants to know about your guitar celebration. What's it all about? And is there a specific song you're thinking about when you're doing it?
No, I don't really think when it comes to celebrations, if I'm being honest. It's just what comes to my mind at the beginning. I was, if I'm being honest, going to slide tackle it again, but I realised at the last minute, the last time I did that, I snapped a corner flag. So
you got in trouble.
The next best option was to pick it up and just strum it like a guitar. And there it was.
You've got some great ones. The Flying Eagle, the Bow. Do you have a favourite?
I don't think you can beat the West Brom, especially at their stadium. Same corner every time, same people giving me the middle finger and just cupping my ears as I'm walking past.
Listen, as a lifelong Aston Villa fan, I always like it when you do that to West Brom fans. That's fine to me. Jamie, listen, your story is amazing. Honestly, it's a film. Just like Ian Wright, you came from non-league football and you climbed all the way to the top, a Premier League champion, Ballon d'Or finalist, in the top 10. When you look at everything you have achieved, do you sometimes pinch yourself and say, wow, I did all of that?
It's not really something I think about that much. It's more something I'll probably look back on when my career does eventually finish, because I mean, a season finishes now, you want to completely forget about football, because it's a really long and hard season mentally as well as physically. So as soon as the season finishes, you want to get away, take the family away, just relax. And by the time you've got back, it's time to start the new season in a pre-season. So you don't really get that much time to think about things like that. So that'll be something I'll definitely look at once football's done.
So finally, Jamie, we talked about Leicester City. Let's end it with Leicester City. Hopefully Champions League qualification. What's your next objective? I know this may sound like a, maybe not crazy question, but if you make it, can you go all the way in the Champions League? Can you make that happen next season as well?
Who knows? I mean, if we get there, we go into every game wanting to win. We know that whoever we play against, we can beat them if, like I said, we're firing on all cylinders and we're at 100%. We know we can hurt teams. So who knows what will be, but like I say, we'll take each game as they come now, see where we end up at the end of the season, and we'll hopefully as a team just keep progressing year on year.
Well, Jamie Vardy, Leicester City, you have the FA Cup coming up. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best for the remaining of the season, and let's hope to see more goals and more goal celebrations from you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. I want to thank Jamie Vardy for joining me today. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Qué Golazo Pod. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher. Watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/Qué Golazo. We're on cbssports.com. Have a great rest of your day.